Maximiga, local maniac. Welcome to the Anything Sessions. Here I have my co hosts and friends ready to give you some information that you're absolutely not ready for.
Hey, wait, is it picking me up? Hi, I'm Jay and I'm allergic to the world.
You're so crunchy.
I'm having a bad time.
Oh, you're so ridiculously crunchy.
Would you like to kill
I'm
him
really
again?
fucking, I'm Jay and I'm crunchy.
It's like a rice cake under a car wheel.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jay, I've muted you. Somebody go next. Next in line.
That's me. Hi, I'm Zane, also known as Cry Huge Toast. I work here. Help, I haven't left in 30 years, please.
Hi, I'm Misa or Vertex, and I'm just kind of here because I like talking and I like subjects. I know random things and such. It's fun to read things.
We're living in a pandemic, and I'm proud to say I'm Mask for Mask 246.
Hi, I'm Kane or Felony, and I finally got an orange.
Okay, anyways, moving on. In global news, boat stuck. Boat
Yes,
stuck.
boat stuck.
boat
As a
stuck.
given.
I think we should just get a bunch of butter and then, like, put the butter on it and just, like, push it.
No, I think we should leave it there.
I think we should
Yeah.
leave it there too.
Someone.
I think everyone should go around the Cape again.
Yeah.
I was
should just-
telling my parents about it this morning. I think it would be funny if they just cut off the bit that was stuck and let the boat just go.
It's like cutting
leave it.
fishing wire out of a
Cut off
bird's
the
wing.
boat stick and let it go.
I propose we get even bigger boats and put them in the other canals. So just
Yes!
Broken
Block off all
completely.
world trade!
Finally,
this
the British
anymore.
will be defeated.
We have airplanes
And
for
then
a
next-
reason.
after global trade through the sea is disrupted, next we take a giant blanket and put it over the world.
Global warming!
We solved it, finally.
No, it's warming even more.
A blanket on the world would make it worse.
Yes! it
Dang
would.
it.
That's what
I
the
knew I
ozone
should've
layer
trusted
is.
the crack- the crack
Technically, yeah.
scientists.
Okay. So, we have some subjects that we were decided that are under the blanket of anything, and these are the anything sessions. So, I'm proud to present some subjects for today.
I have terrible news.
Are they
What's your
willing subjects?
I have to go to dinner soon, apparently. I was not warned about this. I was told it would be later in the day.
Oh.
Happy
Cruel.
Passover, because I'm the only Jewish person in this room.
So we do have some subjects we can talk about. And we
Hold on.
got some stuff.
What?
Arcades and carnivals. Well, I actually went to an arcade recently. I went with a friend. I know it's COVID, but we were careful and we went on like a Tuesday afternoon, so it was super empty. But it was an arcade in a mall that's in a city I live in, and they recently renovated it. And I hate the way that it looks because it used to be all like themed and it was like carpeted and it had a bunch of like fake plastic leaves on the ceiling and it was like fucking cool looking and like all like a classic neon arcade.
is it
But
just
then
a
they changed
Target?
it. It literally looks like a Target. Like you're not like you spot on. They cleaned everything. The floor's like shiny. It's like brightly well lit. And I'm like, this is lame. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Oh,
This is lame. This is totally untubular, man.
For real.
Here in Belgium, there's barely any arcades. I've never been to an arcade before, but I really, really want to go to the arcade. Like, I've only played an arcade cabinet like twice in my entire life. They don't have them here, which is kind of sad.
That
That's
is very
interesting.
sad.
Yeah, I have played an arcade before at like a gaming con or something. It's a game dev con and game developers showed their stuff. It was a small one. And they had an arcade there, like emulator arcades. And I played one or two, mainly Heritage for the Future, because back then I was a big fan of JoJo and such. And I just rapidly mash all the buttons at once. Because I've
That's so
barely.
interesting that they don't have them.
Huh?
I think,
so
sorry, I was reading, it's like-
sad.
it's sad, but it's also like interesting that they Like, I mean, you're not particularly they're cool, and if you get the chance to go to, like a real arcade, do it because they're very interesting, and they've especially like some more indie ones, like ones that aren't big chains, have like are really cool. But like they're really expensive because they don't take quarters anymore like they used to. They had like full
Yeah.
dollars, and it's just like because of inflation, and it's just like I don't have a fucking dollar to spend on a machine.
Oh,
This is
you
a
guys use money
deviant
for
art.
arcades? You guys
What
use
was
money
that?
for arcades over there?
Well, sort of. The one that I go to has like it's not like even you go to the desk and you're like, I want 100 pesos on this, and they give you a little like a little
Oh
card,
yeah,
like a
that's how
little
it
debit
works over
card.
here.
Yeah, and then you like tap the machine, but it's still money.
Well, it depends on the kind of arcade. A lot of the times in most arcades, you like pay what you want for tokens, like this much money for this much many tokens. But there's this one very big arcade chain. I won't say it because I forgot the name. Where
Yeah,
you can just
congratulations.
where you can just buy a card, like it's like this credit card thing, and then you can just load it up with both money, but when you go to the arcade, you can exchange the tickets you win for credits on the card, so you can keep playing. Which I think is so smart.
That is really smart. And that's better than like the regular thing where it's just like you go to the desk, you're like, I want 30 pesos on this. Not 30, but you'll be like, I want 200 pesos on this. And they fill
And
it
at
up, and then the game, you're
and at
so
every
close to the
fucking
machine.
arcade, every kind of arcade there, I had a I have my
You're
brother,
so
my friends and I.
loud. Oh my god.
Oh,
Am I loud? Okay, sorry. And my brother, my friends, and I all have our own cards. Mine has hot dogs on it,
Congratulations.
and
You've been diagnosed as hot dog.
my favorite game, it's always at every one of these arcades, is this one, which I just know as the Pinata game. Because I don't know what it's called, and I think it's just called Pinata. There's this drum thing and the stick. The stick is made of wood and covered in leather, the same kind of leather as the drum. And the goal of the game is to beat up the drum to smash pinatas. And then I get so many tickets from it because I'm so good at smashing things.
Ideal world.
Mhm.
One time, I was at an arcade with my friends. We had just came from a murder mystery thing, no, not an escape room thing, for one of our birthdays. And then we went to the arcade afterwards. My bag exploded open while I was playing the pinata game because I was so like, you know. And it was one of those gay like satchel bags that like,
Oh my
"Ooh,
God.
a zipper. We're
And you're
having
like, why did my parents
zipper."
know?
So y'all still got malls there?
What then?
A mall?
You guys
Mall.
got malls?
Yeah, we've got a sort of mall here. It's like more of a hallway type of mall in the middle of my city, and it's largely half abandoned. There's like lots of clothes and abandoned stores. There's even there's like a kids restaurant that's completely abandoned. You can still look in the windows, and there's still leftover plates and knives and toys and whatever. It's like
Ideal
haunted.
world. Can I come
Yes.
visit?
Yeah.
I want to
Legit.
visit too.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
just saying that because, like, the mall that's near me in the closest, like, town thingy to me is closed.
No, Rip.
no.
Rest in peace. No,
It
there's
had
only
an
like one really big
arcade.
mall here.
It had an
It had
arcade?
an arcade, and I was like, when I was very little, I'd always go there whenever my family had the money because, like, it was right next to a candy store.
Oh,
And now
wait.
it's gone, and I'm sad because I
Oh.
can't arcade.
Yeah, here in my city, it's like the center of my city. We call it the center here. It's like a whole. There's stores and shops everywhere. It's why people often come to my city. In the center, it's like a capital city, capital of a province city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like
Ah.
full of stores and shops. It's like in the center everywhere. And I think I don't exactly know anymore what's in the center, like the complete point. The weird abandoned mall is near there. I think it's near a church or something like that. But yeah, it's just full of stores and such, and some are closed or abandoned. There's like in near my bus station, there's a whole row of abandoned buildings. One of them got burned recently, and the whole roof is caved in, full with like burnt wood and leftovers and whatever. It's like there's a whole thing in my city with from extremely modern buildings to completely destroyed buildings, like most big cities.
That is so cool. I'm not gonna lie. I love abandoned buildings, but it's so dangerous to go in them here because, like, there is a high chance you can get like
Yeah.
shanked by a crackhead, and that's not exactly a life
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to go. But an
Right.
abandoned mall. Oh, that sounds so cool.
At one point, we had an abandoned factory.
There was a
As we call it in Dutch, the gelatine fabriek, as we call it here. It's got destroyed recently, a few years ago, but I used to live near it. And it was just this giant, half abandoned factory. Yet the tower still stands to this day, with a whole word of gelatine not printed, painted on it.
I thought
And
you were gonna
like
say you live in it.
You
near
live
it,
in it?
near it.
I
I
live
used
in
to-
this abandoned tower. I was here when it rained into prospects and dollars. It stonks.
Uh, yeah, it was just a small portion of the factory was still active, but largely it was just completely abandoned with like broken windows and stones and graffiti and such. It's now
I would
destroyed
literally hang out there if I was you. Oh my god, I used to hang out. Like, it's a little more dangerous in Mexico, but in Canada, well, okay, well, here, okay, 2 points. I'm gonna make my 2 points quickly. It's a little more dangerous to hang out in abandoned places in Mexico than is in Canada for obvious reasons. But in Canada, I used to hang out under like bridges, like under like by highways and in like old abandoned houses and stuff, just because I could, and just because I didn't care about the cops. Because like, what are they gonna do? Nobody lives there. But speaking of malls, the mall like that is here where I live in Mexico is like it's shockingly small to me. It's a fairly large mall. Like it has a food court and it has like a Sears and it has like a is it a Sears? No, but it has like a bunch of like big name brand stores and a bunch of stuff. Like it's a whole mall. It's a whole ass mall.
Yeah.
But the mall in like the mall in like in Canada, like the one like I mean I don't know like if anybody would look into this, but it's like one of the biggest malls in North America, and it's like maybe 6 or 7 pieces. Like so it's like 6 or 7 of the mall here, and then more because it's like just a ridiculously huge mall. And then I would hang out there like every day after school. It's got like this is my flex. This is like my flex. Okay, listen. It has an ice rink. It has a pool. It has like a zoo. It has movie theater. Like 3 fucking food courts. It's the hugest thing. That's why it's like an abandoned mall. And like that place being abandoned would literally be like. Have you guys? I think it's Dead Rising. I think that's the video game. But you guys ever seen the mall from Dead Rising?
No.
I
No.
don't think so.
I am not a gamer.
None of us get what you're talking about. What the fuck
This
are you talking
hurts.
about?
I'm
Oh my
so sorry,
God.
Max.
We
You're
are
just a
stabbing
doc.
you through the stake. We're stabbing you through the heart with a stake of the video game you just said. The disc is
Also-
it's sharpened into a knife thingy.
Well, I'm going to tell you. There's a video
Hold
game
on.
called Dead Rising, and what's up?
God.
What the fuck? What mall? What's the purpose of a zoo in a mall? Just go to a normal zoo.
Yeah, it's not like a zoo. It's like it's like specifically for and like penguins and stuff.
What? There's
It's an
penguins?
aquarium.
There's penguins in this mall, everyone.
That's
Yeah,
an
and this
aquarium.
big. It's like there is also an aquarium. It's kind of like I said zoo 'cause
Aquarium.
a lot of animals.
What do you
it's
think
like-
this
it's
What kind
like-
of ball is that?
It's like this is also by the pirate ship that people can rent to have parties on. No, but listen. So Dead Rising is a video game where you get stuck. You're like a reporter who gets stuck in a big mall. and it's just like a ridiculously huge mall, like similar to the one that's why whenever I think of it, I'm like, oh, it's just like Dead Rising, and then it's like a whole zombie apocalypse, and you're trying to defend, your group of survivors within this mall, waiting for help to arrive. That's why it's like you see that image where it's like dawn of the final day, 24 hours remain. That's from that. That's
Oh.
from that game.
You're
Oh,
stuck
that's
in
I see.
flares
That's
as a
very cool.
reporter, and you're like, I gotta save these people from all these zombies.
It's an
The
interesting
universe
game.
loved Dead Rising so much they made abandoned malls a real thing.
Oh god.
Oh my.
Hey, we haven't
Ah.
even gotten on the thing of carnivals.
There's
Carnivals.
Carnivals are fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure if like Belgian and European carnivals are the same as American carnivals and such, but like every year we have two different types of carnivals in my city. One is just it's like 1 week every year, the kermis as we call it here, and another one we call it Winterland. It's like the same thing except longer, a bit bigger, and Christmas and snow themed and such. It's like
Ooh.
all on a specific field in my city. It's like a really big, just field full with stones and such, and not pebbles, but like I don't know what to call it. It's just a really big field. That's almost only used for a big event, such as the carnival or other events. It's just an event place.
And
Not
would
to
it be
interrupt, but I think the phone is ringing.
Oh yeah, I hear it. What
The phone.
what is that?
The phone is ringing. I should go pick it up.
Go answer it. Go answer
I
it.
am gonna answer it. I'm answering it right now.
Everybody be quiet. We need to hear.
Yeah, I have a question. What is your worst experience at an arcade? One time I went to a cheese as a kid, and I played this shooter game, which is about shooting down alien ships, and I got so scared, I cried, and yeah, I developed a lifelong fear of alien invasion. So, what is your worst experience at an arcade?
Well,
Wow, what a nice message.
Wow, I can't believe they caressed our ears with their beautiful voice.
What'd they say, Kane? What was the question?
Yeah, what's the news?
what was your worst experience at an arcade? And then they told their story. They played an arcade game at a Chuck E. Cheese, and it was an alien shooter game where you shoot down ships. And they got so scared they cried, and then they have like a lifelong fear of alien invasions.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Legitimately.
I'm also so
listen.
sorry to hear that.
Okay, I'll go. Let me start. Okay, listen. Two things. I'll give two. I actually got kicked out of the last arcade I went to, because it was like 9 p.m. and they had already closed, and they closed the game on us. They're like, you gotta get out of here. And we're like, oh fuck. And so they kicked us out. But literally the story I was just telling you, I'll say it's not an arcade, but which I think I'll lump in everybody, like, the two subjects. But my friends were both 18, or they were like had just turned 18. I had like just turned 17. Like, I don't remember how old I was, but it was around that time. And I think I had drank a beer once, or like a tiny sip of alcohol once before this. And then they were like, we want to buy alcohol. But they didn't know how to speak Spanish because they were exchange students. And so I'm like, okay, you guys go buy it then. Like, I'm not gonna. And they're like, no, but you have to buy it. Like, why? And like, because we don't want to speak Spanish. They're like, but what if they ID me? And they're like, they're not gonna ID you. And so then they went, and they didn't force me, obviously. I could have said no. But like, I got basically peer pressured into buying beer, and I drank beer, and I got so sick. I had nothing. I had like 2 sips, and I got so sick. I was so nervous. I was like, my mom's gonna know. Oh my god! And I got the combination of like being so nervous and like drinking alcohol was the worst thing. And I almost threw up off of a ride because I was so nervous about getting in trouble for underage drinking.
That sounds so horrible.
Oh, Jesus.
It was fucking terrible. And then I ate. Then I think on top of that, like seafood, and then I think I got sick from that too. So it was just a very interesting time for me.
It was just a very sick day.
That's not very tubular, man.
What about you, Zane? What was your worst arcade and or carnival experience?
I haven't really been to much arcades, but I do know how, like, when I was very little and in kindergarten, I had to, like, in the summer, this was when my family didn't have a whole lot of money, so in the summer I'd go like to a summer camp that schools like held, and
Mhm.
like we went to like this knockoff like theme park thingy. It was like fairy tale themed or whatever, and like we were by the goats and like feeding them and having a grand old time. Okay, I gotta breathe. Okay, I breathed. So
Breathing.
like we were by the goats, you know, just feeding them, having a great time, being a bunch of kindergartners. And like we were right next to like a roller coaster. And it was like a roller coaster. It was like a small one for like little kids.
Mhm.
And like I didn't know that I would be forced onto it. And then I was forced onto it. And then I cried and got overstimulated. Stimulated. And then I found out the hard way that roller coasters go around twice.
Oh no, I'm so
no.
sorry.
I cried and I was overstimulated. And also, some of the things I remember was like, there was like a showroom right next door, and like it had a bunch of old Nick cartoon characters like cat and dog.
I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry.
And that's how I've developed my dislike and hatred for roller coasters and any carnival ride, mostly that moves very fast and very like suddenly.
Mhm.
I like carnivals for the food and the games. That's it.
A gamer. Okay. Knock knock 246. Wake up.
OMG. Okay. I think the worst thing that happened to me at an arcade was related to my favorite pinata game. I had been there for like a few hours. By myself, by the way. I was one of those kids that went to the mall by themselves, like a loser. And I had been there for like, I don't know, a good 5 hours.
That is a long
I
time.
had been playing
That's a
nothing.
long time. Jeez.
I was playing nothing but that pinata game. And so, because like I went there all the time, and I was like, and every time I went there, I played that game vigorously. So I think after a while of both a few years and me playing the game, the rope attaching the stick to the machine started to fray. And one time when I was going for it, it slipped out of my hand and into someone's face.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
With
With like
all-
the
with
force
all-
of 1,000 gods.
Yes, with something worse, with the force of 1,100 angry, pent-up teenagers.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
That was just last year.
That last year. That was so recent. Wow. Would you care to tell us what month?
What month last year?
Mhm.
No, I don't remember.
Oh
I just
wow.
remember it was last year. Although I also felt the other day, but while I say it was last year, please note that just the other day, I thought it was 2017. Not-
You thought
but
it was
I had that.
2017? But honestly,
Okay, it's
for
your
me,
turn.
my worst arcade experience, this was at a Chuck E. Cheese, and so so this was me.
Chuck E.
This was
Cheese
a couple years ago.
traumatizes
This was
people.
like a while ago, and it was me, my two brothers, and my dad. We all went, and then my brothers ran off somewhere, so I was just hanging out with my dad, and I was standing in the middle of like the rows of tables. And my dad, I was standing right next to my dad, and my dad walked off, and I didn't see him. And there was another man right next to me, and I held his hand, and then I realized I was holding a stranger's hand, and then I looked at him. I looked at the stranger, and then I think I apologized and ran off to look for my dad.
Literally, your worst nightmare as a kid is accidentally to a stranger. I've literally done that so many times.
Oh, me too. I
Oh
did
my
it
God,
at a
that happened with me with my
restaurant.
brother-in-law.
I think with my anxiety, I never had that thing. of like accidentally grabbing someone's hand because like I was always right next to my parents.
Yeah, this is why I don't like going to Chuck E. Cheese anymore.
Chuck E.
God.
Cheese just traumatizes people apparently.
I know Misa's a big fan of
Yeah.
I was
I'm
gonna
so
be like,
sorry.
I'm waiting to be like, I know Misa has a lot of this. Have you ever been to a Chuck E. Cheese, Misa? You ever been
No,
to one?
they don't have them here in Belgium. I would love to go to one, but yeah, they don't have them here.
I've
I'll
never
take
been to Chuck E. Cheese.
Age-old
don't-
question. Age-old question. Is Chuck E. Cheese a restaurant or an entertainment family center?
Let me check Wikipedia.
Age-old question.
Well,
Age-old question. Can you shut the fuck up?
The free online encyclopedia.
Well, it first began as a theater, if that helps any better. And technically, you can consider it a casino.
It's a casino.
Honestly, arcades are casinos for children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the kids
They
version,
enjoy gambling.
Kids Bob version.
Yeah.
Also, technically, because you're not like losing money or anything, they're not.
They're losing
Wait.
money to the arcades.
If you're not losing money to like a carnival game or like a arcade game, it's not technically gambling. And since most minors play them, there's no need for them to actually be fair.
So you're saying arcade games are allowed to cheat on people?
Yeah,
Don't they do like
They do that to
in
crane
older
games.
arcade games? Don't they like not specially program, but kind of make the game like it is in order to like have players lose faster, so they'll instinctively quickly put another quarter or what you call it again.
Yeah, they rig the
Token?
arcade games.
Oh yeah, they're
rig the
rigged.
arcade games and such. Especially the really old ones, especially.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody have a problem with animatronics?
No.
I think they're cool. I have like 20 Furbies, but like also if it suddenly moves, I will jump.
I've got you.
I
Attack!
think they're cool, but also I fear them.
I'm
This
My
can't be as
friends
bad
say
as when I saw
he's a-
Obama.
for me it's a total
I am not-
opposite
I-
animatronics. Yeah, people who've been following my blog may have seen that I've been really interested in animatronics and their history and such lately.
You're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thing is-
they are cool.
yeah. Thing is, Chuck E. Cheese, as ridiculous as it can sound, it has a really interesting history actually. That dates all the way like from 1967 or 1977-ish. And
Chuck E. Cheese is
founder of
that old?
yeah, it first opened in 1977. It's
Isn't that when World War II happened?
No, what?
no what?
No time.
There's a Chuck E. Cheese in World War II.
Very off.
Chuck E. Cheese is actually a war vet. He served in Vietnam. Chuck E. Cheese served in
Carl,
World War
admit-
II.
Charles
He was the
Entertainment
morale
Cheese
of the
gets a veteran
soldiers.
pass at his own restaurant.
Actually, Chuck E. Cheese
Charles
could have served in the
Entertainment
Vietnam War.
Cheese is a war criminal.
Chuck E. Cheese is a war criminal.
Also,
is.
to answer
Sorry.
your question, Max, wait, oh yeah, Mizo was saying something.
What?
Ooh, terrifying.
Huh?
What?
I just saw the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic in the chat.
Oh, that's a Pizza Time Theater one. Yeah,
Now
there
it's
is
behind you.
there is different generations and types of animatronics and such. The one that just hung up a wall is a Pizza Time Theater Cyberamic, as they call it.
I can't believe you know how to identify these.
Ceramics were like second generation type animatronics and such. Sorry. Yeah, the brain rot is heavy recently.
You're like a person who knows cars. You see a
That
car
is an
pass, you get like a
absolute
glimpse of a
mistake.
car on the road, and you're like, yeah, that's a Toyota something Buffalo.
My brother and
The
dad are
car
like
guy of
that.
animatronics.
2005.
Yeah.
My-
That
That's
men
sorry.
feel like that.
I wish I could do that. I've got Zane beat with Furby amount. I have 28.
28.
My friends, and to answer Max's question of do any of you have a problem with animatronics, I don't think so. But my friends believe I have a problem with enjoying
the endoskeletons too much because I think they're cool looking.
I like the
They are
endoskeletons.
cool. Have you seen
Yeah, and the
spiders and
skeletons
stuff?
really
They're
cool.
amazing.
I love robots.
Funny little
so
skeleton.
much. Oh my
Funny
God.
little
Yeah.
skeletons.
Funny
It's the meat
skeletons.
that we should fear, not the skeletons.
What a phrase to say.
I mean, I would be more scared if, like, instead of like a walking skeleton, it was like a walking muscular system. I would be more scared of that.
Yeah, that's like it's like oozing everywhere and being gross.
Like technically, like
Like,
all the muscles are
I
like
could
made out of like
see
rubber
it.
strings.
I could see the systems moving. Why? I would scream if
Ew.
I saw that.
if I was scared of seeing a skeleton walking, I wouldn't be looking in the mirror ever.
Self
Where's your
roast.
flesh? Where's your flesh?
Mid.
I also like to publicly apologize for roasting the hell out of Pixel yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw. I think it was in the hell chat, but like this
That's
is
where
my
their
public
flesh went.
apology. I was fucking roasting the hell out of Pixel, and I would like to
All
publicly
that
apologize.
roasting?
Yes, I do. You were hurt.
No,
I was
wasn't.
watching. I wasn't responding, but I was watching.
What? I don't think I was there.
No,
I
this was
just
in Turbo
I
Hell.
just check the chat sometimes just to get the notification thing to go away.
Yeah, I
love
think this
your
was in
accent,
the.
you
This
whore.
was in Turbo Hell.
This was in Turbo Hell. There's like a because we started it where it was like at the very beginning where it was like I wanted to make a chat for like penis jokes for like immature stupid jokes like that.
Yes.
But I made it where you had to specifically ask me for it. Like you had to ask me directly for it. But Pixel and Kane were the only two people who directly asked me for it. And so then it was just like just the three of us just sitting in there. And then sometimes, I think Pixel has said slurs once. But nothing that they can't say, obviously. But like
Multiple times. Correction.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's true.
You
Not
guys
Twice
go
to
on
me.
this channel and you're just like hee 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 hoo hoo hoo.
Pixel has
Penis.
called me a slur twice.
It is just like
Can't help
funny
it.
little-
I'm gay.
Can't help being a Virgo.
but that is Turbo Hell. I can't remember what it used to be. What did Turbo Hell used to be called?
No, I.
Ninth, 10th layer hell.
Why did I
There
have
was
a feeling
something-
it was called the penis zone, but it was not?
No, the penis zone was in the Full Mind Awareness
Exactly.
Discord. But then yeah, it's still the penis zone. But like but it wasn't called the penis zone.
The penal zone.
The penal zone.
And then I was talking to you about like changing it to Turbo Hell.
Yeah, I remember we changed it to Turbo Hell because we changed that when the supernatural thing happened. But it wasn't like what I forgot what it was called before. What was it called?
I
You know
thought-
what? Actually, I can probably look.
I'm also looking.
I'm not.
It
Oh,
would be in
no.
suggestions.
I don't know
remember.
anything.
It might have just been called dick jokes.
Yeah.
Good. I love that for us.
No, I think we should keep it to Turbo Hell.
I think it was called actually horny as I think that's what
Horny Zone?
No, horny as a joke specifically.
Oh yeah. It was horny as a joke.
Horny because that's the rule is you can make horny only if they're jokes because like fucking anything else and I will slaughter you with my bare hands.
Killed.
Skill, murder, violence.
Murdered with fucking intent. Wait, I think I hear something. I think I hear
You hear the phone?
Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
anybody else hear
yeah.
that?
With my cat boy ears, I hear all.
The phone?
Yeah,
The phone. The phone.
phone, yeah.
I think it's ringing.
Phone
Let
is
me go pick it up.
I like clowns. What do y'all think of clowns?
What was that?
What?
There was someone asking us if we like clowns, because they like clowns.
I don't really. I'm neutral.
I'm also neutral.
Clowns can get it.
Yeah, no, be quiet. Yeah, I have no particular fondness or distaste for it. I think I like more recent clown designs.
Oh
but
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like I like seeing people make clown OCs. I think that's nice. But Like, and I think I respect clown as a profession. But
Personally, I dabbled in clown husbandry.
no, yeah, just shut up. Actually,
It's not where
Just
you
be
marry
quiet.
clowns.
It's where you make new clowns. That's what husbandry is.
Yeah, it's like feeding them like goldfish with different morphs. It's fun.
You people are insane. I'm talking you people specifically about 246.
Can't
Clowns
help
are
it. I'm
neat.
clown.
My queer platonic partner is obsessed with Ronald McDonald. So every time I see Ronald McDonald, I have to send it to them because they're so obsessed. And they made me listen to Ronald McDonald music for like an hour, and I was in hell.
That reminds me of how one of my friends encouraged me to steal for them one of those Ronald McDonald statues that sat there at the front of a McDonald's.
That's so
The
cool.
cardboard
How can you
cutout?
steal that?
We had a Ronald McDonald we had a McDonald's near our school, and I couldn't take the whole statue. So my solution was I just tried my very best to just steal its arm.
Steal
Did
its
you?
arm!
I got its hand.
Did you succeed?
Marriage?
I just got its hand. No.
You just got its hand.
You got
Now
its
there's
hand.
just a Ronald McDonald hand missing
It's in their house now.
somewhere. I hope they return
Spoils
it
of war.
to like a Wendy's. Return it to like a different restaurant.
Put it on a
Super-
different restaurant mascot.
favorite
and you
clown,
like it.
Wendy's.
Wendy's. Super glue it to the Wendy's sign. but not,
Wendy's
the one
or
close
like
to the
that
ground, like the
I
tall
forgot what it's
one.
called, but they have like there's this
Burger
one
King?
restaurant that has like I think it's called Jollibee, yeah. Like just give the hand
I
to
love
that one.
Jollibee.
Jollibee.
Oh my god, Jollibee is so good. Hi.
I've
never
only
had
been there
Jollibee
once
yet.
and it was like in Vietnam.
It's great. It's great food.
It's good. I don't remember what it tastes like anymore because it's been a while.
Obscure media.
graphics.
That's the next on the list.
Obscure.
Is obscure media. I also know Misa's rubbing their hands at this, excited. I know this is Misa's our resident historian of Half-Life, the Half-Life
Yeah.
2 beta. But so wait, actually, let me interrupt really quick. Misa, I actually saw somebody on my timeline on Twitter like, look at this fucking Black Mesa Archive blog. It's fucking really cool. And I was like, yeah, I know them. I know this kid. And so I was like, yes, they're very cool. But obscure media. So I mean, we can talk about the Half-Life 2 beta if we want, but this can also just go about
Yeah.
anything. This is any sort of I mean, actually, I think I hear the phone ringing. Actually,
Tulip,
To
tulip,
open.
The
tulip,
phone ringing again?
Yeah,
I think I hear the phone ringing. I think they.
I guess
Stop
we
it.
really are the ones
Okay.
today.
Okay.
Question for the talk show or podcast. I love obscure media and stuff. Is there a movie you once saw as a kid that you don't know the title of and could never find again? There are so many things I saw on TV back in the day, I could never find them again, even though I remember everything about them. Do you have things like that? Thank you.
No problem.
So what's the question, Kane?
Oh.
They want to know if we saw like a movie back in the day as a kid, but like we never knew like the title and could never find it again.
May I? May I?
Yes.
I have.
Yeah, you can start. I don't have anything, but if you want to,
Okay.
Thanks.
So I don't know if this really fits the bill, but it's very close. So my father raised me on Adam Sandler movies, which I think explains a lot. But I distinctly remember this one movie. I believe it was Adam Sandler in it, and the only thing I remember is he was on a boat and he was video calling someone, and there's this lady on the boat with him whose whole thing was like she had boobs on her back, and she always pointed out to everyone she talked to. That's all I remember. I do not remember the title. I do not remember the plot. That's all I remember about the movie. This lady
Oh.
with 2 pairs of boobs and one was on her back.
4 boobs?
What on
4
earth?
4
boobs?
boobs.
Terrible to sleep. Like sleep like
Anybody
that.
else want to go?
I had like a
Uh,
similar
cool.
situation where I was in my my uncle's room. I was chilling with him. And we were watching a movie, and it was like some sort of like action movie, but I don't remember what it was. I remember like seeing like bits and pieces, but I don't remember those bits and pieces anymore. And it was like really dark outside too. This is all I remember.
I think for me, like, here's the thing: is I don't have any that I never found again, but two, like one that I specifically remember I saw it and I didn't know the name, and then I realized what it was and what exactly this kid had shown me. So I had a neighbor who he would have been in his like very early 20s, and I was a very little kid. I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, and he
Oh
had his
no.
laptop, and it was a big chunky thing. And he showed me this video, and it was of graphic violence, not of a human, of like the cartoon graphic violence. And I was like, what the fuck am I witnessing? Right? But I was like, this is fucked up. And I remember seeing it and being like, huh. And then it like stayed in my brain forever until I saw Happy Tree Friends, and I was like, oh, so
Oh,
that's what this.
That's your
And I'm
gay
like,
trauma.
honestly, I
God.
believe it. It was so horrible.
You saw that as a young child?
I was super little when I saw it. Oh yeah,
Oh,
6 or 7 years old.
oh,
This also
I
happened to
feel so
me.
bad for you.
Yeah, that happened to me too. Except
I
I
could feel my
couldn't bear
spine
to watch
leaving
it
my
because
body
oh my
now.
god, cute animals getting put. I was such a baby.
I think I watched one thing of Happy Tree Friends when I was, I think, 11 or 10 years old. Because it was like a really popular media, people talking about. I thought, what it's all about? I click one video about it and never watch it again.
It is not safe for children.
Yeah.
That is
The
not
early
something.
internet period was not safe for children,
I
to be
Mm.
think
honest.
I think like I watched the video on like Salad Fingers or whatever because like I kept seeing artists
Ooh.
posting about it. I watched like a film theory thing about it and like I saw some of the stuff in the video and I was like, I'm
I
not
remember
touching
Salad
that.
Fingers. I that was the same thing as I watched it because of game theory, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm good actually."
Oh yeah, another thing, like a lost media thing for me. It's like when I was very little and my family didn't have a whole lot of money, we used to watch like Netflix or something, like the old version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like we watched knockoff movies and stuff. It was like this water movie about like a turtle and like a kind of dragon or something. Like not like a European dragon, like an Asian dragon. It was like a water dragon or something. And like the
That's
dragon's father
familiar.
dies,
This
and
also
then
seems
he sings
familiar.
like a song in a different language. And like there's water and stuff, and like shrimps guarding this castle, and like sharks using binoculars the wrong way.
The Little Mermaid too.
No,
Isn't this
it was
like
like
some like
CGI or
water horse or
something.
something? Something water horse or horse. Water and horse.
Let me check.
I
Old
know
Netflix was the best.
I know
Legit.
one piece of lost media. It wasn't like a video or movie. It just had a video game. It was for a channel, a kids channel. I don't remember what it's called anymore. It had stars. I remember the logo had purple and Jam Jam. It was called Jam Jam. I watched it back in the day, and there was like a video game of that. It was like a desktop Windows, but made for kids. We had the mini games, programs, and such. And I just remember it recently. I went to look it up, found it, but there were like two versions. An updated version, that was the one I found all the media about. But the previous version that is uploaded before, I can barely find anymore. I only found a single screenshot of it remaining, and like nothing else except for one, not like a rather obscure lost, not the lost media wiki, but a rather shittier fandom lost media wiki listed it as lost. So I tried digging for it and just can't find it anymore. I can only find the updated version, but never the previous version, which is the one I played.
I think
That's
there's
insane.
a Wayback Machine.
Yeah, I've
website.
also tried the Wayback Machine. I still need to dig deeper, but as far I found no down links or anything. But I'm gonna try to find further.
Yeah, because the Wayback Machine only works if somebody captures.
Yeah,
So it's like something that is not always
Yeah.
done by everyone. So it's a little hard to find those
Mhm.
things if nobody,
But-
for whatever reason, decided to
Yeah,
to
it's
capture it.
rather obscure program, video game, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's software technically.
So,
And
speaking of
yeah.
obscure video games, the Half-Life Dreamcast that came
Yeah.
out and then didn't. That's my fucking favorite, I think, piece
I
of
I
obscure
have the
Half-Life stuff.
Dreamcast GDI file on my PC. I have like a little archive full of Half-Life files from the HLTL beta demos and such. Yeah, I have a bunch of files. I have the Dreamcast file that you may have seen me blog about it, exploring it, like the one Dreamcast file, GDI file demo that hasn't been fully explored yet. So far, there is the build from July 13th, I believe, is a build that is explored everywhere. But the other build I have, I think March 2001, I think, is the one that's not really fully explored yet. So I took the job exploring it. I found some things. I've yet to fully document it, but yeah, it's a bit hard because the Dreamcast is a mess.
Oh yeah, it didn't even get released in the end. But some people did have it, which is like I think interesting.
Tulip. Tulip.
Tulip.
Tulip.
Go talk about
Tulip.
Tulip. Feed me the
Tulip.
details.
So Tulip is this old like video game that came out in like 2003, and it's only barely gaining popularity because of like Wayne Radio TV, and then played it, and then like the meme monarch on Tumblr started drawing it, and then everyone was like, "Whoa, what the heck is that?" Basically, you're this little like poor boy. That's literally your name if you're not given one. Like you don't type one in. You're a poor boy who just moved into Long Life Town. And like you and your dad moved in there, and like on the car ride there you had a dream about kissing love interest, the girl of your dreams. And then like you get there and you see her and she's like, "Hey, do you want to kiss?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then you try kissing her and then you take damage because you have a weak heart. And she's like, "Maybe if you strengthen your heart, I'll give you a kiss." And then you gotta go around doing tasks and stuff and quests for each character to give them a kiss to strengthen your heart.
Wow.
And then finally you go into like the depths of the underground residence. Then you gotta like save your soon to be like mother-in-law from like chicken jury, who's like, "Your fried chicken sucks, why shouldn't we kill you?" And then
That's
another
just how
one that's
Japan
like,
is.
this is like, and then you gotta go to your like soon to be father-in-law and be like, he's like, "I've lost my head. Do you know which one of these sweet potatoes isn't my head?" And then you gotta pick out his head and then give it to him. And then there's the quiz,
The quiz?
which the love interest calico cat becomes like as tall as a building. Is like, "Hey, guess what, nerd? You gotta pass this quiz on random stuff and facts about all these residents. And then if you pass that, you finally write the good love letter," which that was also what you were working towards. And then you write a good love letter, and then you go to Lover's Tree, and then you kiss.
Wow.
I know Hirai is playing this game on stream. I don't know if he's playing it right now, but like he does have like VODs. It looks so interesting but
It's
I am
very
very lazy.
strange. Also, Bacchion is my dad. He's the little music guy. He's my
I
dad.
believe you. I believe you.
I believe
Is
you
he
too.
the one that's like that's so good?
He's the guy with the guitar.
He's a funny little man.
I
But it's like
haven't.
I like that it's a combination. Like the resurgence of it is like a combination Wayne Radio TV and just that generally like early PlayStation like Japanese like aesthetic that it kind
Yeah.
of in the weird aesthetic that like Julep kind of perfectly encapsulates because it is from that time.
Oh yeah, I think the game was based off like a Japanese man went into Europe and like he saw people like kissing each other on the cheek and stuff and on the lips, and he was like, "What the heck is that?" It's like, what if we made this into a game? And then he did.
Congrats to him.
He must have such a creativity. It's like
Creativity.
he got all that from just like seeing people kiss on the cheeks. Wow.
Speaking of like early PlayStation games, there's this one game called LSD Dream Emulator that I'm like a big fan of.
Yes.
Oh
my god.
It's a really fun game, but it's like limited edition and then it's only in Japan. And if you try finding it online, it's like super fucking expensive. If you're trying like to buy like a copy, but everyone's been like remaking it into like an online game, so that's been happening.
As one
I've
should.
heard of that. I follow a blog that posts screenshots of.
I do too, multiple actually. Like
Iconic.
the story of the game, from what I'm remembering, this was like a while ago. So you're a person going into your dreams or whatever, and like there's all these like things and people, and anything you like touch, you like go into like a different dream, I think. And then there's this grid. It has like four sides, and on each side it's like a different thing. Like a theme. There's like, no, I already forgot the entire grid. I'm so sorry, but like. Some people changed the grid because the original grid had like a sexual theme and it was really weird. And
Think people always having sex.
No puritanicals in my podcast.
I
Have
think if you
sex.
finish the grid, you get
Have
like a
sex.
cutscene, but I don't think people have finished the grid before. Well, not a lot. And there's characters in the game, but they don't really like necessarily talk to you. But there are like characters that move around. One of them, very dangerous person, the Gray Man. He would basically like follow you, and you have to like run, because there's this mechanic where you could like go back to your previous dream if you get like to a certain level, and if he catches you, you can't go back to it anymore, and it like takes away your whole like revisiting thing, I think. From what
Imagine
Sure.
playing that while being on LSD. Holy shit.
that'd be
I
so
thought it was just a
horrible.
game about doing drugs and then passing out.
Don't do
I
drugs,
feel like if
please.
you
Don't worry, I'm terrified of them.
God bless.
I have it on my computer, but it has like no characters. But there's another version where it has all the characters.
I wouldn't do drugs, but I'd do drag. Ooh.
Do drag, not drugs.
Do
That's
drag,
my
not drugs.
motto.
Put that on a poster in high school. Do drag, not drugs.
We'll put it on the wall.
Also, speaking of obscure media, I don't know if it really counts as obscure, but I don't really see that many people talking about it, honestly. One Viva Piano. I feel like that's more like popular, but it's like not that popular. Viva Pinata, one
have-
of the greatest games ever.
Oh, Viva
Yes,
Pinata.
facts. That was a TV show.
I
No,
don't
it
know
was
what
a
that
video
is.
game first.
But it
The
was
TV show is made to
called-
advertise the TV show, video game.
Real?
I used to see this old Pinatas TV show, and I never knew what it was called.
Well,
I
now
have
we've
no idea what
solved,
you guys are
Lost
talking about.
Media.
I'm so sorry.
I have a
And it-
friend who is really into Viva Pinata, so I saw a lot of that and such. But
Word.
I don't exactly know what it's about and such.
It's just pinatas.
Yeah.
It's like a
They're just
garden. It's like
sentient
The
pinatas.
Sims, but in a garden, and also you can make things fight each other or make love.
Wow.
Wow.
Sexual themes.
You can make them romance dance.
No, thank you.
Oh my god.
The two main things in life: violence and procreation.
We should change that.
There's a
What?
pig pinata called the raspberry and a swan pinata called the swanana. The thing is, they all have like pun names, like animal and
I
then
think this
like
is
a
where you got your
sweet
drag
thing.
obsession with.
I think so.
Your drag name
so-
obsession.
And then if you mix, you can make those two romance each other to create something called a pixie, like pig-ixie, like pixie. It's this horrible fucking thing. It's like a pig swan hybrid. It's based on the thing like when pigs fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's lopsided. It limps. Like when it walks, it limps. It's the only pinata to limp. It's horrible.
Poor
then, like,
pinata.
The other hog-esque pinatas already sound like horrible, but the pixie itself, it sounds like it's so sad of living.
Oh,
This is a creature of
I'm
despair.
It's such despair.
You want to show us
Also,
a
if I
picture?
remember correctly, both its parents will fight it.
Oh wow!
Jesus
This
Christ.
is like ugly duckling kind of situation.
Isn't
Yes.
it a kids game?
That's what they say. But it's not. When you think about the lore too hard, it's not. It's so not.
Oh Jesus.
Like, there's this family of NPCs. They don't really have a last name, but like they're all siblings.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. A friend told me about
Their
them.
mother
But-
died at sea
Yeah, yeah.
searching for a dragon.
Yeah. I
For a
heard
what
that.
on earth? Didn't Scorpy play this game?
Yes.
I watched
So
the
good.
TV show, but I never played the game. I didn't even realize there was a game.
I don't even
In
know what
the-
this is.
I didn't
There's
even know it was a
actually
TV show.
multiple games, 4 actually, but 2 mainline ones.
This is like
There's
Duck
Viva
Life.
Pinata 1. There's Viva Pinata 1, Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise, the sequel, Viva Pinata Party Animals, which is like a party game with lots of mini games, and then Viva Pinata Pocket Paradise, which is for the DS.
Oh, the DS, my beloved.
Fact.
Its resources are so fucking ugly.
Would you like to show us?
What do you?
Yes, hold on, let me get it. Oh my fucking god, I hate Viva Pinata Pocket Paradise, but it's the only one I've ever played. It's so ugly. Oh my god, it's ugly. It's
Sometimes-
horrendous.
Ugly things have to exist so that we can appreciate the beautiful.
Oh, I also have pictures
Okay.
of LSD Emulator when I played it without the characters. So.
Okay, but behold, it does not need to be this fucking ugly. Like, I get it, the DS is so, like, it doesn't have that great capacity. Like,
You leave that. Oh
man.
wait. Okay, maybe. I don't like that creature in the corner of the first picture.
That's a porcupine or some shit.
No, that's the Fizzly Bear.
The Fizzly Bear.
And next to it is the donut.
Images that are so
Everything.
evil to look at.
And
Oh,
that's
wait, I
Deborah
images
in the
that-
corner of the second picture.
Oh, Viva Pinata. Oh, LSD Dream Simulator. Same game.
Oh man.
These are the same pictures.
Yeah, there's the same pictures.
They're just the same pictures. Oh, I have one of a particularly evil looking moon.
Majora's Mask, who?
This
Wow,
is
Majora's
me.
Mask really fell off.
Isn't
What?
isn't the thing with LSD Dream Simulator that it's never the same twice or something like that?
Yeah, it's never the
Yeah.
same twice. There's
Yeah.
there's the grid. I got a picture of the grid somewhere. Give me a
Like,
minute.
is it randomly generated and stuff like that?
Yeah, they're all
Oh, no.
randomly generated in the grid. You can't go on the same one twice, so they're all like covered in like spots. The white spots are like the one
I'm
I've
scared of
completed.
that.
This is an old screenshot. I have more, but
I am scared of that and your power.
Oh my god, okay, wait. Obscure media. This is like the first game developer I ever talked to, but like here's the spoiler, right? So listen, Nick K, I am bowing to you, my fucking king. But like, do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys ever player, but he played a game called Please Come Over, and it was like this indie game, and it was like you spawn in a house, and then all of a sudden this weird shape of a person with like an MS Paint face comes up to you, and he's like, "Hi, I'm so glad you could come over." And then you just go around his house and you like talk to him, and it's just like, but it's also really limited because it's like he's like awkward and he like, doesn't know how to make conversation with, and your options are
Wait,
limited,
oh
so
my
like
God,
you can't
is
make
that the
conversation
one-
with him.
But is that the one where it's like there's a GIF I've seen? I think it's from that. It's like go away, and then he slams the door on you. I don't like you. Go away. And then he closes the door.
Maybe. Let me see if I don't know. I don't think so. I've played that game a dozen. Love it, but
the
me see
go
it, but,
away
like-
door gif.
No, I'm looking up the like video of or like images from Please Come Over. But this is genuinely, and the thing is, it's very funny. It's actually the game dev himself. He just basically made an MS Paint version of him. But this is the game, and I have played this game
Oh my
a dozen
god!
times. I genuinely
I'm putting
love
this on
this
the wall.
game.
Oh, that's
I'm
not
putting
what I
this
was
on the
thinking
wall.
of. I
Nick,
don't like
Nick,
that.
this is one of my I think favorite video games of all. Please play, please come over. It is an experience like no other. It is like it's like okay, so if you take LSD Simulator as like, oh, this is weird and crazy and so it's like an unsettling game. Okay, unsettling game, right in the middle. On the far left is LSD Dream Simulator, where it's so wacky, and on the far right is please come over. But listen, please come over. It's like it's weird, but it has such a special place in my heart because I've talked to the developer and I email him every once in a while, pleasant conversation. So I'm just like, this dude is in my heart, and I'm just like, I have good thoughts for him always. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna go visit my. That's why I enjoy it so much. So it's like a very weird connection, but it is such a fucking strange and interesting game, and I highly recommend. I want to go eat something soon. You know what we can do? Here's a wait. Let me just give me a minute. I need to. Wait. I think my
God.
fucking head. Oh god. I think I hear the phone ringing.
Are you
I thought you were
I-
having an actual headache
are you
before.
Ah,
are you
I think I
okay?
hear the. I've manifested a phone ringing.
You manifested a phone ringing. Let me go get it.
Is it like Zeus
Hello?
having Athena crawl out of his head?
Hello?
For the podcast, is there any setting you guys think is underused in media? Or thank you, bye.
Thank you and goodbye. So
I
So
think
what
we
was
should
the
really start
question?
blocking numbers.
no, that telephone is from my.
Haunted.
I got this telephone at a store. Do not worry about it. A friend gave it to me at a store.
Wow.
But yes, someone just asked us if there's any setting that is underused in media.
Ooh, me. I have one.
Yes.
Mhm.
Whatever the fuck RVB has going on, and Halo, that stuff.
Oh, space. Listen, I'm gonna call you out on that one. Space Marines. Oh wait, no, Red versus Blue. I thought we were talking about like Halo in specific, because I'm like, Space Marines is fucking overdone to all hell. I'm so sorry. It's not Halo's fault.
I know
like-
it is Star Wars liker.
Star Wars is not Space Marines.
It's
There are
space
different-
something else.
In space.
Space colonism.
Listen, if space no, but here's the thing. In Star Wars, the Space Marines are the bad guys. And then in Halo, they are the good guys.
Okay.
Star
Well,
Wars is
They're in the same universe and they're fighting.
My god, Master Chief is gonna kill Luke Skywalker.
Good.
good.
Shut up.
Isn't
Shut
he
up,
already a
Luke
Force
Skywalker.
ghost?
Shut up, don't spoil Star Wars.
Say that to your old man.
Yeah. Grandpa,
that's
I
37.
saw Star Wars today. They came out with a new one.
They came
Luke
out with a new one.
Skywalker?
Can't believe it.
I can't believe they fucking obliterated Luke. It's
Also, an underused setting in time and media is okay. So this is really weird. The Devonian period.
I don't know what that is.
what is that?
It's a setting counts in time. It's the part in the. It's like I think it's also called the Age of Fish.
Oh, yeah, when like I just looked it up, it's like when the period of when fish were just walking out of water, you know? missing
Yes!
link, yeah, that's
I
it,
love
yes.
walking fish. Mud skippers, my beloved.
Of course you
Tiktaalik, my
would.
beloved.
Of course you would, Kane. Of course you
The
would.
TikTok, as a paleontology nerd and someone who loves fish, the Tiktaalik is something that is so special. Thank you for giving us life, Miss Ma'am.
I remember I had an ex who loved trilobites. She was a
Good.
big.
Your ex has good taste.
I mean, apparently not, because she dated me. But like, I might still have it. I have to go look for it though. I was like, what like
love
paleontology thing should I
so
draw?
much.
And she was like, draw a trilobite as a hot anime. Okay, and then I did it. It's
Never
like
send
Wow.
that to me.
somewhere.
Never send that to me ever. I'm blocking you.
If I find it right now, you got to put it up on the.
I will put it up on the wall.
Like Pokemon.
Please don't find it. Please don't find it. I'm
Geckos.
manifesting that you don't find it.
Manifesting that you do.
I'm manifesting pizza.
A pizza?
Where is it?
Yeah, in a blender because it's funny.
No, I think just a regular pizza slice.
In a blender with a toaster. It's funny.
Hex the bugs.
This is
I just
the
completely
story
forgot.
thingy.
Go ahead.
No. Is there something
who's
going?
going?
Go ahead, Zane.
Hey, that's me. So, like, we're talking about settings and stuff. This isn't really a setting, but, like, something I really want to see is, like, consequences of, like, kids going into magical worlds and being gone for, like, days or weeks or months or years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't these parents, like, calling authorities or, like, putting up posters or, like, calling people and stuff?
Yeah.
Where's the investigators?
Not to interrupt, but the file for the anime trial is called "Dear God, sorry for what I've done."
Good. You should be.
Do you guys want to see her? This is
No.
Yes!
This is from.
Putting
does
it on
have
the
my
wall.
name on it?
My pizza slice.
It literally says I killed God. She's not terrible, but my art is. This was like
I'll be the
something
judge of
from a
that.
long-
I'll be as the resident paleo nerd. I'll be the judge of that.
This is from how many years
It's
ago?
not
2018
bad,
was
you've
how many
just
years ago
grown.
now?
2, 3. Oh wait, I was saying something earlier.
Yeah, you were saying stuff.
I recently found out. Well, I already knew about it, but I didn't realize what it was. So, original story here. I was hanging out with my best friend in like a cabin, like a while ago, like a couple months ago, and we were playing Just Dance 4 in the cabin, and she had like other games too, which one of them was Michael Jackson, and I didn't think about anything else. I just ignored Michael Jackson. And that happened. So I knew about Michael Jackson, but I just didn't remember. Later
The
on,
Michael Jackson.
Couple
Just Dance
days
game. I
ago.
saw that recently.
I was watching a video about evolution of Just Dance, and I find out that Michael Jackson game that my best friend has is the same game where you play Michael Jackson songs, as in like Just Dance. And I've never been so horrified.
I actually saw that at the store yesterday.
Michael
was-
Jackson
they
Just
opened-
Dance?
Yeah, they opened a video game. Well, I
Could
guess
have
it's a
bought
mall
it and mailed
too.
it to me.
I'll look into
They
it. I'll see how
opened a
expensive it
video
is.
game.
They opened a video game store and they had I have an Xbox downstairs, but it's like I think it's broken. I don't know if it's broken or if it just doesn't have the cables, but I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work.
You need the
Not a lot of
HDMI
play.
cable, the console if it's working, and
You need to cut
Some
the
other
red
stuff.
wire.
We'll figure
and
it
after
out.
searching about looking up the Michael Jackson game, I found out there was an ABBA version.
On God?
Yes, there was the fucking ABBA Wii Just Dance game. Let
Oh
me
my
find a
God,
picture.
ABBA legitimately. You should play that on stream.
I wish, but I don't have it.
Go to like a Goodwill. You can probably find it.
I don't go to Goodwill.
You should.
Wow. Okay.
There's also the
Lee.
Smurfs Just Dance, which I'm also horrified of. The Smurfs, I can't. Why do they even
Smurf
have the
fans.
Smurfs?
When did this little pizza get onto the table?
I summoned
here.
it.
An underrated song that you think more people should listen to. So just give that a think about right. Like everybody's gonna think about this, and then everybody gets 30 seconds to say. You can say as many as you want. You have 30 seconds to say it. So do your research right now.
I was already looking. Oh no, I'm choking.
The power was too much for Cade.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, I have my 3.
3. I have only
my
one.
I've won.
Well,
have
boo
one.
hoo.
Wow. Wow. Get off the podcast.
Professor Max, can we send Pixel to timeout?
I'm doctor, not professor.
Dr. Max, please send
Dr.
Pixel to
Max,
timeout.
Amiga of Max.
We should have a timeout
Can we
corner
put
for the
Pixel
podcast.
on timeout?
Well, I'm tempted to send Pixel into timeout. Okay, I'll go first. And here's my 3 recommendations: Spy ? By XIX, the whole fucking Memories of Tokyo To album by 2 Mellow, Easy Breezy from an anime I don't remember, anything by like Rav the Rapper, fucking most things by Kill Bill the Rapper. They're really fucking Boogie by Brockhampton, not underrated, but just a fucking bop. Anything by Katy Perry's in the Katy Perry Teenage Dream album. Candy by Robbie Williams. Vagabond by the Sunrise Ride. No, it's by Graphic in the Sunrise Ride album. That's it. I'm done.
My turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I only have one song. It's Love Shack by the B-52s. That's it. I love that
Yes.
song.
Oh.
It plays in my
Oh,
head
that sounds so
constantly.
good.
Legitimately best songs of all time. Extremely.
I'll be zoning out and it just plays.
Okay, you want to go, Misa?
I only have one in mind. Popping Up Everywhere by Sophia, and there's a bunch of key smash at the end of the name. Yeah, the artist name is a bit spelled weird. You
What's it
just
called?
look up.
What's it
The
called?
song is called Popping Up Everywhere, and it's by Sophia with extra A's. It's a really small artist, but it's a really good artist. It's like glitch and breakcore and general that stuff.
You
I have a
Pixel?
few.
Got
Um,
30
a
seconds,
lot of the
28 now.
a lot of the songs from 36 Questions the Musical. Fuck. Most Things by System of a Down, and Give Me Chocolate by Baby Metal. Oh, and
haven't heard that
1,000 Light
last
Years
one.
Away from the Slime Rancher soundtrack.
Okay.
Jeez,
I
was
have
like
3
my turn.
songs now. One of them is Half-Life by The Symposium, Flightless Bird by
Good
Roar,
song.
and what was it? The Window Pane by Mild High Club.